Hi everyone, and welcome back to Niall with me, Neil, and Thomas. Today is a continuation of our semi-final two predictions.
Were you trying to put on a different accent there?
No, my mouth stopped working. Weird. You can catch up on our semi-final one predictions now. Go to our YouTube channel homepage, click the button somewhere here, and you can don't remember. What is wrong with me?
It's just when you make one mistake, it sort of like turns into a cycle. I have that as well. That's why I'm letting you do the intros, babe.
Oh, okay. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and ring the notification bell. You can also visit niallpoints.com. All the links are down below. Once you're there, you'll be asked if you would like to help us raise money for our friend Fia, who's a trans woman raising money for surgeries. Please be nice. Please do that. We would love you forever, as would Fia. Anyway, remember, subscribe as well, because we are also desperate for 1,000 subscribers. But we're trying to be like raise money at the same time. It's difficult. Subscribe.
Yeah. We're not asking for much.
We want you to give away your money, and we want you to subscribe to us. That's what we want. Anyway,
at least the money's not for us, so we're not selfish.
No. Semi-final one, if you missed that, is, as we say, up. But you have missed how we're doing this. So we're going through the running order, song by song, country by country. I have submitted my predictions of who will qualify to Thomas. Thomas has his predictions. He has collated them. He is our executive supervisor. We have a valid vote. We will go through, and if we both think it's a qualifier, it will become a Niall certified qualifier. Again, disclaimer, we are not responsible for any bets you make on the back of this advice. That's on you, babes.
Yeah. And do you know what?
Don't come for us.
If you have money to bet, then you're in a better position than we are. so there's really no point complaining.
I wish that wasn't true. If you've got money to bet, you have money to donate. niallpoints.com.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Let's go through this list. We're starting off semi-final 2 with one of the craziest people I have ever seen come from down under to the Eurovision stage. It is Gojo for Australia.
Yeah.
Thomas, is this a Niall certified qualifier?
Australia is in fact our first Niall certified qualifier, or certified Niall qualifier. I don't know.
Niall certified. I don't know. That's how I'm saying it. Whatever.
Okay. I love that I just did it 9 times in the other video and I already forgot how to say it. But yeah, Australia, we both have this as a qualifier. There's no. I have it as a probable qualifier, so I'm not necessarily saying it's 100% dead certain. There's always some shock in every semi-final. I just hope it's not this one. This is one of our personal favorites as well. I think if I go to the ranking, this is both of our favorites in this semi-final. We gave it 24 points. We each gave it 12. So
I will say I've not updated to that in a while, but it's probably still
okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I suppose in this lineup it would be for you. And you've actually talked to him.
I have. Gojo, he is lovely. Go to our Eurovision 2025 playlist and you'll find that there. I'm really bad at words today, but he's lovely. He's funny. I would love to have had the chance to actually meet him at one of the pre-parties. Sadly, we weren't able to go this year. But also, this man has the tiniest little waist in the world, and he loves to show it off. It's impossible.
Crazy. And I love all the videos that he's doing where it's like, hey, wait a minute. Are you this person from that country? Oh, wait a minute. Are you Gojo from Australia? And then they're doing this silly
What a coincidence.
I especially love the one with the donuts from Czechia.
That
made me howl with laughter.
I also can't talk about that one because I might get censored again.
Yeah. Yeah, you got censored in the other video.
Okay, Montenegro. I have just remembered. Do you remember that meme of the American who was watching the Eurovision Song Contest and thought that was being racist? Have you ever seen that?
Oh no! Who was it?
I can't remember. It was just a meme, but someone was like, "Negro."
I sort of have an idea of who it could be because there's this one American YouTuber that does reaction videos to Eurovision entries, and she said some of the wildest things. And she's a huge Azerbaijan fan.
Okay. Anyway, Montenegro. Where do we have
Montenegro? We sadly have as a Niall Points certified non-qualifier. Is that a thing? Are we doing that as well, or is that a bit harsh?
I feel like it's a bit harsh.
It's a bit harsh.
Just a little bit harsh.
I will say I have not completely closed the door for Montenegro. I think there is a path for them, and I was sort of thinking of putting them on the fence. I have them as a probable non-qualifier. This is one that I really do enjoy and is growing on me each time I hear it. I would personally put it through. I think her vocal is stellar. I think the staging that we had in Monty Song, I think it was what it was called. Yeah. I think the staging was minimal, but it worked. I thought there were some really beautiful things in there that they could implement and elevate on the Eurovision stage. So depending on staging, I could see a path for them. But at this point, I just fear it's going to get lost. And it breaks my heart because I love the song.
I mean, especially where it's sandwiched in this running order. So we've got the insanely fun Australia.
Yeah.
We then are expected to have this Bond-esque theme anthem, like of Montenegro. And then it's followed straight up by... I'm trying to think of the right word to say this. Insane disco doggy death. It is insane and it is massively it just feels such a weird sandwich place to put it in.
Yeah.
And I know it's all about the variety, but it's so strange to me. And I am upset that Montenegro have the deaf slot. We have had people qualify from second place. It's not completely impossible. It's just less likely. But come on, Montenegro, give them a fighting chance.
Yeah, and here's the thing with the death slot. Like, I sometimes find that a really annoying thing when people say, "Oh, it's got the death slot." I've always thought if your song is good enough, you're going to qualify from any slot, especially in a 15/16 song semi-final. You know, if you're in the final with 26 songs, then yes. In the semi-final, I've always thought is it really a death slot? However, I would agree with it more with a song like the Montenegrin entry, where that one's a lot more jury friendly rather than televote friendly. And I feel like as a jury song, it has more of a chance being buried in a televote only semi in that spot, in that running order. So, yeah.
I'm sad. Hopefully we're wrong. But next up is Ireland with Emmy and Leica Party.
Ireland is a no, it's not. Ireland is not going through to the final. We both agree on that. So we're staying in the negative vibes a little bit for now.
Can I say one thing before we get into this?
Yes.
I have been on record and say that I hate this song. This is my least. I hate it. It doesn't work for me. I think she's got a great voice. I think it's fun. It's got a fun beat. It doesn't come all together for me. And every time I hear it, it makes me physically angry. I don't know what that is. I put that aside here. I do have this on the fence, but we'll speak on that later because I don't want to ruin another entry.
Okay. I've not completely shut the door because there is the fun factor, but I'm finding it very difficult not to shut it because I just can't see it happening. I can't see Ireland going through. It's a it's a bit ridiculous.
Do we think people are going to remember what Ireland had last year and be like, really? This?
I don't know if that really would have an impact on people's perception of this song necessarily. I also don't know if the casual viewer necessarily remembers which country sent which song last year. They'll definitely remember Bambi when you talk about.
They might
Bambi,
just not remember it being Ireland.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Again, just like with San Marino in semifinal one, this one staging messy. It didn't work. I know
and they seem to have doubled down on it.
Yeah,
like
I know it's a sad. Yeah, exactly. And I know it's a sad message. You know, we all know the story of like. I know it's a sad message, but if you've got a song that the vibe is like, and then you stand there like this, then something doesn't work. It doesn't come together. Something's not clicking there. Like you need to focus on the vibe of your song, which feels happy and you know, party. You know, you're literally singing about a party, having a party.
A party in the sky.
A party in the sky. So have a party on stage. Come on, camp it up.
Tell your face.
Tell your face to have a party. And do you know the funny thing is that she looks in interviews, she looks like the sweetest and happiest and
absolutely
bubbliest person ever, but it just doesn't translate on stage. I'm starting to think that it is, you know, a conscious decision to do it that way because they, you know, like you said, same thing with the pre-parties.
I don't know. Anyway.
But yeah.
Okay, I know what's coming for the next two, and I'm not going to ruin it, but Latvia, our next.
Latvia is not a certified Niall qualifier. However, one of us did put it through. And it's not you, it's me, which is a shock because you love this song.
I love this song. This is your Ireland this year.
Yeah, I thought that you saw enough potential in it to go through. And here's the thing, I have not made it a secret that I do not like the song. This is one of two songs this year that is growing off me each time I hear it. I just don't like it. I don't vibe with it. It's got all the right ingredients, but it's not coming together for me. But I do remember watching the performance in the national selection when we reacted to that, thinking, oh, visually, this is really impressive. Vocally, this is really impressive. It might not be my cup of tea, but I can see why people would vote for this. And I still think that this is a very Eurovision-friendly song. I have it on the fence. I would probably have it as a fence. Yeah, I would probably have it as a probable qualifier if it wasn't for the fact that I'm starting to see more people doubting Latvia's chances. I felt like when it came out, it was sort of like, oh, Latvia's going to do well, blah, blah, blah. And now people are sort of like turning. So I've based my tiers and where I put these countries in these different tiers, I've based that not only on my own predictions, but also from what I'm hearing from people around me.
Yeah, we take in from betting odds and other sources and views and that sort of thing.
Yeah. So that's why I've put it as low as on the fence, but I do think it's going to pull through. I just think, you know, we have got Lithuania. We've got Lithuania in there. So I think that could be a good score for Latvia from Lithuania. And if you've got a neighboring country that's friendly with you and you've got similar musical interests like you often do in these sort of regions, then that could be an advantage in the televote only semi.
Okay. I hope you're correct. I do love this song, but I was just looking at this and I'm like, I can't. This is a tough semi-final for me. Because I think I'm going to lose quite a few songs that I love.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Armenia. Parg Survivor. Is this a Niall certified qualifier?
Well, you should already know the answer to that one. It is not.
I'm pretending I don't.
It is not a Niall certified qualifier, and I could just kick you because I cannot see in what universe you think that this is a non-qualifier. Armenia is definitely qualifying.
I would love it. I love this song so
It
much.
is definitely qualifying. You are way out of line.
I'm just struggling with. I'm just
With
struggling to
what?
see it.
The insane vocals, the fantastic staging, the fact that he looks like a god.
He does.
He does.
I love this. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my top 10 songs of the year. Maybe I think it's even maybe top 8. I can't even. I don't know. I've not looked in a while. But I love this song. I think it's fantastic.
So what is your reasoning why you're thinking that this is probably not qualifying? I'm interested.
Because I think the other countries will get more votes.
But there must be a reason. It can't just be that. If you love the song and you think it's a good song, why would you not think that other people would agree with that?
I'm seeing people be lukewarm on it. I sort of like. I know that it's also going down in the odds for semi-final too. I'm not basing it just on that. But it is going down. I just don't. I don't see enough people giving it love. I know there's other people out there who are going to love it just as much as me, but I don't think there's going to be enough of them, especially when you're competing with some of the songs that we've got in here.
Yeah, I think you have got Georgia in there. That we know that they are very likely to vote for each other. Georgia and Armenia always have. Historically, it is a televote only semi. That to me is already a guaranteed 12 going to Armenia, which when you know that it sometimes comes down to 1 or 2 points, qualifying or not qualifying, I feel is a big advantage for them. And there is just the massive Armenian diaspora. I feel like the only times Armenia didn't qualify is when they sent really bad songs, really like shit songs, which has only happened once or twice. And they have qualified with less than this. Yeah. I have this as a probable qualifier. I'm almost.
Do you know what there maybe is happening here? There's maybe not getting my hopes up situation. There might be that. I don't know if that's affecting it, but I'm also trying to be realistic and think. I think I'm struggling to see a world in which the rest of my qualifiers don't really qualify. Or predicted qualifiers. So I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, let's move on.
Harg, I love you, and I do believe in you. I do. You can do it. I'm just
scared.
Okay, next is Austria.
Austria, let's not beat around the bush. Austria is a certified qualifier.
And the second potential winner, really, based on betting odds and such.
I agree with the potential. I doubt that it's actually going to happen, but I agree with the potential. It definitely has the potential to win the jury vote. Looking at this lineup, I don't think it's winning the semi, but that's of course only televote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's not waste too much time on talking about Austria. It just feels like an obvious qualifier. You know, it's number 2 in the odds, I think, at the moment behind Sweden. Yep. So there's no way that this is not going through in a televote only semi. Lots of people love the song. Yeah. Moving on.
Let's do a little bit of a quick fire if possible. Let's do Greece.
Greece is not an official Niall qualifier. Now let me explain myself here.
Oh, okay. So I have this as a qualifier, just in case you
have
tell
this
from
as
that
a
shocked reaction, guys.
I do not. I have it on the fence for the same reasons why you have Armenia as a non-qualifier. I'm just not seeing the hype. I'm not seeing people love it. I'm seeing a lot of people doubting it. In a perfect world, this would qualify with ease. I love the song. I have it in my top 10. I just feel like she hasn't really done anything to convince people why she is worthy of going to the final. It is a strong year. You can agree with that or not. I think it's a pretty strong year. Or at least it's an even year. The songs are very matched, in my opinion. I just feel like from what I know now, from what we saw at the Greek national final and the information that we have, I just feel like it might just miss out. She's got a very good vocal. The song is beautiful, but I don't know if everybody's going to get that vibe, if everybody's going to get that genre. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I have it on the fence, and I think it could push out one of the other songs that I've put through.
I would call it personally a probable Q. I've not ranked them that way, but that's where I would put it. But that doesn't mean guaranteed. But I think the vocal is going to be strong enough to make it happen.
Oh yeah,
and that's sort of my basis for the.
Yeah,
for
but vocal is more of a jury thing. I don't know if people,
I know, but
people
at home love a good vocal as well. Look at Serbia last year. Look at Poland last year. We were shocked. Look at Don's last year. Like, we were shocked. We weren't expecting them to qualify. We were shocked.
But Don's had staging that really worked for him.
We don't know what staging we're getting.
But that's the thing. It's an unknown. That's why I have it on the fence, leaning towards non-qualifying. And we know that Greece is very hit or miss with staging. They've done really well on occasions, but there's also been years where there was a bit of a budget issue, and they
2023
didn't do
2023.
Exactly. So anyway, let's move on.
Lithuania. Tavo
is our third official Niall Points qualifier, certified, whatever. I forgot the order of those words again. But it is going through. We both agree. Now, I will say I have this one on the fence again. Love the song.
Have it probable.
Love the song. The reason why I've got it on the fence is I'm sort of fearing a Sudden Lights scenario where
I think that's valid.
Yeah, where people just don't get it. And I was devastated then. And maybe this is me being a little bit trying to be a bit careful and not getting my hopes up too much. I do think it'll pull through, but I'm saying it's not a given. It's not certain.
True. Okay. Malta. Do we have consensus on Mariana Conte?
We have consensus, and it is the fourth.
Could you imagine if we said it wasn't?
I mean, to be honest, this is another one that for me is on the fence.
On the fence? Is that just Malta?
No, I have talked about this before. I am still thinking that there is a possibility where people watch that and go, "What the fuck did I just watch?" Just like, because that was our initial reaction. That's what I'm basing this on. You need to remember that people are going to be hearing this song, watching this performance for the first time, a lot of them. And I just don't know, especially now that the gimmick of the word "can't" has been put out of the song. What is left, studio cut, is an average pop song. Fun, summery, good vibes, but pretty average. And the staging is very explosive and chaotic, and I don't know. People are either going to love it or they're going to be like, "What the hell did I just watch?" That's my reasoning why. But we do both have it qualified. I think it will pull through, but
it would have been funny if the United Kingdom followed Malta. If they kept that staging.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah. But instead, we are following up with Georgia.
Georgia is a certified Niall Points. Well, no, it's not. Georgia is not qualifying. We both agree on that. In fact, this is a little spoiler, that is the only country in both semifinals where I'm like, this is definitely not qualifying.
Really? Okay.
There is no way that this is qualifying. The song is just not good enough.
I skip it every time it comes on because I don't like it. Like, I'll maybe get 30 seconds in and be like, right, I will try, and I can't.
Yeah.
I can't get through it.
Yeah, and if at least you had the Euro fans backing you, that could just potentially be enough to put you through. But the Euro fans are not backing her for some reasons that we're not going to discuss here right now. Yeah, I cannot see a single path for Georgia to qualify, I fear. No.
Yeah. Okay. I have my fingers crossed for the next one. I know what I think. Denmark is next. Sisal hallucination. Is that going to break the curse of Denmark's non-qualification streak?
We do not have a consensus on this one.
No.
I'm sorry. I know you love this song. I just feel like it might be a little bit of wishful thinking. So, just to be clear, I do not have this as a qualifier. Neil does have it as a qualifier. I do like this song. I do think it's a good song. It's pretty high up in my ranking. I think her vocal is really good. Everything else that I've seen staging wise has just been non-existent. I don't know why they keep putting her in that bathing suit.
No, do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? I'm going to tell you right now. That is her being funny. She knows how much people hated it. She
yeah, she does have a good sense of humor.
She is trolling with that. She's being like, you know what? You all hated this outfit. I'm going to wear this one last time. I think
she's hilarious.
No, I'm pretty sure that I think if this doesn't qualify collectively as a Eurovision fandom, we need to write a letter to the Kingdom of Denmark and apologize because this would be a tragic robbery. This is the best song Denmark have sent in years, and I've enjoyed their last few entries.
I'm offended that you said that this is the best song that they've sent in years, because Fyr og Flamme would disagree with that. Look, again, I have my reasoning for this. I just feel like Denmark has sent some really good songs over the years and not qualified. And at this point, it's just not giving me enough. And I have it on the fence, so it's very hit or miss. It's 50-50. Staging might change my opinion on this, and Denmark could go through, and I could kick one of the other ones out. And I do love the song. I would love it to see through. I have it in my personal qualifiers. I'm just realistically, I don't know if this is the one.
I love that I'm taking this so personally.
Yeah, I knew, but I knew you would. I knew you would. But I just don't see it as a certain qualifier or anything. It's some of them are going to miss out, and I feel like this is definitely one that could miss out.
Okay. I don't agree, but okay. Next up is her husband. It is Adonis from Czechia, who is, I guess, her gay husband. I guess that's allowed.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a name for that, isn't there? Like, they're doing a lot of that in America at the moment. Like, anyway, Czechia.
Czechia is a certified Niall qualifier, of course.
How could we not? How could we not?
Yeah.
To be honest, come on, like.
I doubt that anyone would have this as a non-qualifier. Realistically, I don't have it as a certain qualifier. I think there's maybe one or two in the semifinal that are 100% certain. But I think it's very, very, very likely to qualify and do pretty well. And it's been growing on me a lot. Like, first time I heard the song, I thought, okay, it's cute, it's fun. But it's been going up in my ranking a lot. So,
okay. Have you changed your mind on the dance break?
But here's the thing: you make it seem like I hate the dance break. I don't.
No, you like the dance break, but have you changed your mind on its positioning?
I'm used to it now. Let's put it that way. So it doesn't bother me anymore because I'm used to. I know when it's coming, and I think it's a good dance break. But again, I'm used to it now. That means that first impressions, some people might look at it and yeah. But not a lot of people did. That's my point. So.
Okay. Next up is Luxembourg.
It is Luxembourg. Yes, Luxembourg is a certified Niall qualifier.
Now this is a shock on both. I think for both of us.
yeah. Now, I do have it on the fence, but I don't know, the whole coupé de son reference, and people like a little bit of camp and stuff like that.
So here's
I think it's probably. Go ahead.
No, on you go. You're fine.
I think it's probably more likely to qualify than I care to admit. Like, I've got it on the fence. I don't think it really is on the fence. I can see enough love for it. I mean,
we're seeing points in the fan polls.
Stop! Don't even man it. Don't even mention the name of that poll, because it is ridiculous. I've seen one picture of the current standings, and I thought, yeah, that's why I don't follow this shit, because it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
But we're seeing
for multiple reasons.
We are seeing points towards Luxembourg. But here's the thing: this is on the fence for me with Ireland. It's one of the other for me. I think one of them will definitely get through, and I think out of them, Luxembourg is most likely.
Yeah, no, completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. Maybe there's also still a little bit of the novelty of having Luxembourg back, that people are still slightly excited about that. Might give it a vote because of it. I don't know.
I do, however, instrumentation is better than Ireland anyway, for sure.
Yeah, and I do feel that the hype for Luxembourg was bigger after Luxembourg Song Contest, when it won, and people were like, "Oh, this is so good, love it, blah blah blah." That has lessened a lot over the last couple of weeks. Like, I feel like fewer and fewer people are talking about it, but I still think it's more likely to go through than not.
Okay. We will do this fairly quickly because I've not listened to the song in full. But Israel,
I have given it a full listen just to know what we're up against and to see if it is going through. Despite, whether you've listened to the song or not.
Do we still give this an award? Like, I feel it's a little dirty. Like,
we're not actually handing out awards anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Israel is a certified Niall point qualifier. We both think that this is going through. This is one of two countries that I think are dead certain that they are going through.
In this semi? Or
in this semi-final, okay. Yeah. Israel is definitely going through. I have listened to the song. It's not a bad song. I think it's a bit average. I don't think it's as strong as last year's. I'm expecting the vocal to be good for Israel. And I'm expecting them to stage the hell out of this, because they usually do. They just know how to stage. And, we've seen last year that there is still massive support for Israel. So I'm expecting this year to be no different. And that is why, in a televote only semi, that there is no chance in hell that this is not qualifying. It's definitely.
I mean, we saw what happened last year.
Yeah.
People voting 20 times for it despite not even watching the contest at all. We exactly. Saw a lot. We saw that. We saw it, and we can expect some of the same.
Yeah, I don't know if the
it would be
that
big.
Support is going to be. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as massive this year, but I think it's still going to be quite big.
And it's enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Serbia.
Serbia is our fourth certified non-qualifier. We both do not think that Serbia is qualifying. I don't know. I'm seeing a really tiny, thin path where it does creep through. I think it
sounds good enough.
I tend to agree, but then with Serbia, I'm always on the fence about, is it maybe just the genre that we don't like? It is very much a Balkan ballad, and a lot of people do like that. And it is something that is popular in the Balkan region. So I don't want to write it off completely.
But it's a certified non-qualifier.
I say that because we both think it's more likely to not qualify. But I feel like Serbia have qualified with less, so that's why I'm not completely shutting the door on it. I think I wouldn't be shocked if it did. Let's put it that way.
Okay. And finally, it is Finland. Do Finland have our certification on their qualification?
Finland and, well, Erica is coming to the final because we both think that this is coming through. This is
Come on, we're
the
not.
eighth, I think,
We
the
are.
eighth certified Niall qualifier, and probably, what have we had? 1, 2, 3, the third country with that could potentially win the whole damn thing.
I think there are others sprinkled in there, but their chances are less so. I think is where I would go.
I think those three are probably the highest. Finland is definitely qualifying. It's probably winning the semi since it's televote only. It's closing the show. There is
That
no
helps, yeah.
chance in heaven that this is not qualifying. This was my second one in this semi. That is a definite qualifier.
Love it. Love her. God, she's also very, very sexy, so she may get a lot of the dad votes.
She is, and she's funny. She's likable, and I've been getting more and more obsessed with her song again. The last couple of days, I've been listening to it more again, and I was just listening to it yesterday. I'm thinking, God, this is good. It is so good.
It really is. Okay, so there we have it. So what do we have? Australia, Austria, Lithuania, Malta, Czechia, Luxembourg, Israel, and Finland as certified qualifiers. Okay. And there's some debate up there for the other two positions. That was 8, right?
Yeah, you have Greece and Denmark in. I have them out. I have Armenia and Latvia in, and you have those out.
Here's the thing. I would like you to be correct.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I would love both of us to be correct, and we can just have 12 songs in the final, because all of these are deserving. I feel like the 4 that we agreed on are not qualifying. Both of us also feel like we don't necessarily want to see them qualify. No, Montenegro is there. I do want Montenegro in the final. You see, it's just not possible. We need more. We need more spots.
We need.
Just get rid of some of the big 5. Get rid of some of the big 5.
The UK
some of them
don't
out.
need it. The UK don't need it. We hosted recently. UK and Italy, we don't need it. Anyway, okay. Or let's just have a 37-song final. I don't give a fuck. I'm up for staying up all night. 4 o'clock in the morning, we finally get results. Petra gets phone cut off. Okay, that's our prediction. Do you agree with us? Who do you think will fill? Do you think our certified qualifiers are correct? If not, who do you think will replace them? If you do, who do you want to add to that? Let us know. Comments down below. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and ring the notification bell to get notified whenever we post a new video. And niallpoints.com. All the links are down below. But there you can donate to our fundraiser, our friends' GoFundMe. That's what it's called. There's a special button there, and we'd love it. And we will see you very, very soon for more Eurovision nonsense. Goodbye.
Bye.